here we go. Addicted to Ink, located on 111 Sydney Road, Melbourne, Victoria, Coburg. We are vlogging today. There's some artwork here done by the artists. Just an overview of what we got here. This is our studio. Here is my station. This is where I work from. Got my little setup over here. Got some fake skids I did earlier in my apprenticeship. Just before I started tattooing. Need a fan. It gets hot. It's really hot in the shot in Melbourne. So I've had a cancellation today. It's not the end of the world. I still come into the studio. I sit with the senior artists, watch them tattoo. I do a lot of admin work. I do a lot of designing too. It really helps me focus on my designing. Sometimes I'll just bring out my sketch pad. I'll do a few sketches as well. So it gives me a little bit of time to do some other things as well that will help my tattooing and possibly help me get booked out more. You know, that's the main thing. You know, the more I can tattoo, the better I can get. So you can only hope for the best.
What's happened there, Jacko?
Today's the day, Danger.
3 years today.
Almost coming up on 3 years. So I'm just like reflecting back on the last 3 years, you know?
Well, think about like how you came to Addicted, like how did that happen?
Yeah, well, that was the whole thing in itself. I just quit my job one day and I walked into here and had a meeting, and then 3 months later I got the job, got the call back to come in and start. Yeah, man, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Just the normal apprentice duties at the start.
Yeah, shaving heads, helicopter pads,
yeah,
waxings, tannings,
yeah.
You know?
I'll put some footage of that at the end of the video if you want to see that. That's a whole story in itself. I mean, what would you say apprentice duties consisted of, really? Like,
it's more just looking after like the artists, looking after clients, and just just in shop maintenance.
Like stock taking, cleaning up after an artist after they're done tattooing.
Yeah, not the funnest jobs, but again, you gotta pay your way, and
exactly.
The trade-off is there's 20 artists at the studio, so
there you go.
You've got that. Every day you've got 20 artists to go to. So
100%, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, without a doubt. I think that's the biggest thing you can take away from the studio. That there's so many styles that you can pull away from, right? So like you'll see like say for example, I've seen some of your work, and like I've seen your Greek mythology work, for example, and I've seen how you do beards, and then
Alexi does it completely different, right?
Exactly, and Alexi would do it differently to like how Justin would do it, for example, as well. But as long as I can take one thing away from that, then I think I can accomplish the tattoo that I want to accomplish, or make my own style out of it too, One day I was at work and I was working a pretty good job, although there was no room for growth. Wasn't gonna go anywhere. Same job, same position, every day in, day out. I was working night shifts. I was doing 12 to 13 hour shifts at times, and mentally started to become draining. I started sitting there at 25 and thinking, man, is this what my life has come to? I got nothing against it either though. Like a job's a job at the end of the day, yeah? I'm like not hacking it at all. But I always felt like I was destined for more, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm doing this right now as well. It's like I always had a different type of personality compared to the job that I was in. One day I just packed up my things and left the job. Next day woke up and I'm like, man, what do I want to do? So tattooing had always been prevalent in my life. Like I said in my last video, I started getting tattooed at 14, started going to conventions. I was the kitchen magician, a backyard tattooist at like 15, 16, just tattooing my friends and family. I gave my dad a full sleeve. I'll try to get him on here one day, that'd be fun. I always loved tattooing. Wasn't the most talented drawing, but the only thing that I excelled at when I was in school was art class, So I did a few things on and off on everything. Never really had something that I really wanted to do till one day I was just so miserable at work. Decided to just come in the next day and, my whole life changed. Had a meeting with one of my mentors, and 3 months later I got the call back to come in when a position opened up, and then I started doing my apprenticeship, and I have been happier since. The job is not a job. A lot of sure you can classify it as a job, but for me it is a life, it's beyond me, it's something that I cherish. I've never let anyone or anything come in between me and tattooing and my love for it, Nothing means more to me than tattooing, honestly. This isn't a job. It is a way of life for me. It's not a lifestyle. It's a way of life. It saved me from personal demons that I had, not knowing what I wanted to do in life. Always had that passion for tattooing. Came to Addicted to Ink one day after I was just miserable at a job that I was working at the time. I was on good money. The money was great. There was no purpose, no fulfillment at all. Coming to the studio one day and I had a meeting. 3 months later, got the call back, hey, you wanna come and trial out? I'm like, yes. I had a shift that day that I was supposed to come and tattoo. And I called up my manager, I'm like, hey man, I'm done. Not knowing that I even had the job, you know? I was just trying out, see if I could land this job. But for me, that solidified it. I'm like, this is it. This is the only thing I want to chase. I come to the tattoo industry, like I was 25, and that's considered late in this industry. But I was fortunate enough to have worked different jobs to come in with a more mature mindset. I think that's a big thing to take away from tattooing is understanding and maturing around your peers, around your client, learning a discipline of having your designs on time, showing up to work on time. Those are two things that I've always pushed forward. Like even having my clients come in on time, you know, I think proper etiquette at the end of the day. It's taught me so much in the sense of what I've learned here, I can take out there for my personal growth as well, you know? When I go to a wedding, for example, and I have my friends running up to me like, man, I'm so proud of you, doing so well. I'm like, man, this is only the start. It really is only the start. I have decades and decades upon me to come. Like until these hands stop moving and I cannot physically tattoo anymore, that's when I'll call it quits, you know? There's nothing that's gonna stop me from doing this for the rest of my life, ever. And I hope that everyone that comes into this industry understands that too, that it is sacred. You can't come into this industry and not take it serious or just do it part-time. You know, this is a day in and day out job. So, recap this episode. Going forward, I'll be wanting to post some of my finished work during the week, you know, show you what my style usually consists of. I usually jump around styles, you know, but primarily I do black and gray, but I'm talking about like designs, like say I'll go from like religious, Chicano to Mandela dot work, you know, so I jump around sometimes, you know, but I primarily do focus on my religious work. Dark realism, something I've started to dabble in recently as well. So that'd be fun to get more of that type of work in. You know, I'd really like to showcase what I can do. And that's episode 2 down. Please hit a like, subscribe, drop a comment below. Tell me what you want to see next. I've got another video coming up real soon of a tattoo festival that I'm going to, which will be this weekend coming. And also a collector fest, you know, for my collectors out there. Stay tuned and I hope to see you on the next one.